Johnson, he gets outside, he's in! Mario Johnson! 2-point conversion! The Warriors are up! Unbelievable! 22 points! 16 seconds left!
All right, welcome to Coach's Corner. Here we are, Coach, of course, Billy, Nick, Bobby, Coach Aloisi, and I'm John Mastro. Tough one last week. They're good. They are. The show was good. They're coming, they came in, with their nose to the grindstone, too, after getting their hats handed to them the week before. It was a tough game.
Yeah, I mean, they're a really good program. We knew going into the game it was going to be an even game down the wire. But we didn't play our best game, but a lot of that has to do with Neshoba, and they were the more aggressive team. And we talked after the game, I think, across the board from the head coach, the assistant coaches, to the kids. We all didn't have our best game, so it's behind us. And again, credit Neshoba; they're a really good program, and we have some things to work on, but we'll be ready for Friday.
Their quarterback was good, and he played both ways.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't usually see that, and not with a quarterback.
Yeah, he's a really accurate thrower. I mean, any window you gave him,
yeah, he was tough.
If the kid's open by a couple of feet, he'd thread the ball in there.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about that, about how he was almost Drew-like, where he was hitting the spots.
Yeah.
Our defense, I was more pleased with our D than our O. I thought our D gave us some good chances. I mean, we pinned them at the 1 yard line on the quick kick, and we got a 3-and-out. But even that, we didn't catch the punt. We have two guys back there, and the ball, it's like a 15-yard penalty. The thing rolls for 15. So instead of being in 4-down territory, we're back at our own, or maybe it was the 50-yard line.
It was.
If we catch the punt, it's probably the plus 36, which is a big difference.
Yeah.
Little things like that, we didn't seem to. Whenever we had a chance to, get in really good position, something negative happened.
You said 8 penalties.
8 penalties. We lost the turnover battle. We talked to the kids today about now the 2 games we've lost this year. The penalties and turnovers have killed us. And I believe it's not those things aren't entirely self-inflicted. You got to give the other team credit. If you're turning the ball over, they have got something to do with that, most likely. But it's not entirely. So we got to, for moving forward, we've got to play much cleaner.
Some upsets this weekend too. Marlboro stunning St. John's, right? Now I had heard if we had won, St. John's lost, and Northbridge won, we could have moved almost all the way up to 2.
To 2, I'm not sure, because it would have been us and Wachusett. I don't know if we had enough points to surpass Wachusett. Yeah. If we had won, we'd definitely be playing Wachusett.
Okay.
We'd be in the 2 or the 3.
Okay.
And St. John's would be playing Doherty.
Yeah. So we have Doherty.
Yeah.
7 o'clock Friday right now. Is
Yep.
there any? Well, I mean,
Not that I
because
know
of the
of.
weather.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah. No.
Anything could change, but
Right.
Billy said the weather's going to be bad.
Yeah.
Well, Friday, it's forecast to be pouring.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I think three days is going to be unsettled, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday morning. But who knows? The way the weather's gone this fall,
Oh, it's
Yeah.
it could be 70 and sunny on Friday.
Yeah, that's true.
But I can't see the MIAA giving up a gate
No, I don't think so.
with pouring rain. They're not.
The only way they postpone it or delay it is thunder, lightning. Yeah, but I
Bobby
think,
said isolated thunderstorms too.
yeah,
so.
but I don't know that they do that ahead of time. It would probably be in the game.
Yeah,
where
right,
they'd
right.
delay it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, there's a lot of connections here too. We, Terry and of course Sean, and you scrimmaged them
Yeah.
early in the year, and you were impressed with them.
Yeah.
From what you told us,
Yeah.
they're good. Huh?
Yeah, they're talented. They're big, they're fast, and they're 8-0 for a reason. So it's going to be. We're really excited for it. It's going to be a great challenge for us. I think our seniors are up for it, and it's playoff football.
Right,
So-
you have to win 2 games no matter what
Yeah,
you do.
exactly.
Anyway. Yeah, it
Yeah,
doesn't
no
matter.
matter who.
Yeah, where you're playing, who you're playing,
And
you gotta win.
This year, I've said this here before too, that this year
There's not that
the
much separation.
the
Right?
4 teams this year, there's some serious heavyweights in there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's from even in the last few years, I think the teams that are in this mix this year I think, you could make the case that we're a better team than we were the last 2 years. You could certainly make that case. you could make the opposite case too, but we're right there.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
in terms of our ability, but the other, the competitions is
Is
another, is
just
another level
better.
higher, yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right. I mean, clearly, last year St. John's was the cream. And right now Doherty is, until they get knocked off. I mean, even though they're we talk about it all the time, how they play kind of a weak schedule, they play north and south in Burncoat. I don't get it.
Yeah, they have two Division III teams on the schedule.
Doesn't make
Out of-
sense to
out
me.
of their
We're
eight.
Division III, they should be playing against us, Wachusett, St. John's. I don't get it.
Yeah, all the scheduling, stuff that has gone on, I'm not too aware of how it all materialized, but they're in our division, and we got them on Friday, I know that, so,
John, does Doherty run the eye?
no,
No.
they spread you out. So some split back gun, but some four wides, but they're under center, they're never under center.
How good is the sophomore?
He's
I mean,
good.
He was, Bobby praised him last year from basketball.
Yeah,
We
I
didn't
just
see
saw
him
I
last
just
year.
did- Yeah, he was,
Great athlete.
he was like Drew.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a freshman, he wasn't a freshman.
Right.
He looked as good as a junior or senior on the floor, but, it was basketball, but he had that poise to him, like Drew had when he was a freshman.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Yeah.
He's good. I mean, they get skill guys, they get size. They're a talented team.
They're athletic.
They are.
Yeah.
Yep, they're
Oh,
athletic.
you saw the scrimmage, right?
No,
Oh, you didn't?
no, but Doherty, I'm telling you that, I see half of them are playing basketball for crying out loud. They're athletic.
Yeah.
They're athletic.
And they have some size too, which we have too. So told the kids this week, we're a couple plays from being 8-0 ourselves. If we a couple of breaks here and there,
Yeah, it's true.
we're not that far away from
Yeah,
that.
that's true.
So we can't forget
Couple
that.
less penalties and,
When the St. John's game came down to the wire, and then the other night, same
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
So
you're right.
a couple of plays here and there, but
Yeah,
we'll,
You've played some teams that beat you up. I mean, not physically beat you up, but it was punishing. Opening up with Shepherd Hill and then Grafton, and I mean, those two weren't two easy games.
right. Leominster's physical.
Leominster was physical, and
Leominster's really turned it around
Sure.
too.
Well, their first four games, I mean, again, I respect them for their schedule over the last couple of years. They haven't won much, but they're competitive, very competitive against a strong schedule.
Right.
They might have the strongest schedule in the division. Well, St. John's probably does too, but they don't back down from anybody, put it that way.
Yeah, yeah.
And they compete, so.
What kind of defense does Doherty run?
4-3, they're a 4-3 cover 2 base. They run some cover 3. They go to kind of a 4-4 look sometimes, but primarily a 4-3 is what they'll live in.
The middle linebacker, he's a beast.
He's a big kid. He's about 6'2", 250. Charlie Payson, he's a good player. They get a D tackle who's 280 pounds. The other D tackle is probably 250. They're a big team. They're a big team. So
They're well coached.
they're well coached. Yeah.
Well coached. Plus, the other thing going for us though is we've had some fairly good success at Foley Stadium in the past.
Yeah.
We can hang our hats on that. It's really, it's an away game, but it's really, it's close enough to home where it doesn't really feel like an away game.
Right. Well, last time we were there was this 2016 district championship, I believe.
That's right.
Against Algonquin, yeah.
Right.
That was last time
Yeah.
we were there. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we've had a lot of success there.
yeah, we have. We've had-
I think some of
We've
that
also
has to
had
do
field
with
goal.
the configuration. I think it has something to do, because I think the fans are really far away. It's not, they're not on top of the field. They really are kind of far away. I mean, even us up in that booth,
Yeah, right.
we're a mile away.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
high,
It's
yeah.
different.
But the kids are gonna be there.
Oh,
The
yeah.
kids are gonna be there. It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good.
It's exciting. Again, we talk, whatever the matchup was, whoever we were playing, it's
Yeah.
a major battle. which
Two
is-
great games, two
Yeah.
great games.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's the St. John's Wachusett game? At Wachusett?
At Wachusett. Yeah.
Two great games.
Yeah, so St. John's like us licking their wounds a little bit after week 8, but I'm sure they're gonna be ready for Wachusett.
Yeah.
That'll be a great game.
Camargo's a good
Well, they
team
took them
too.
to the wire the last time. They had a pick 6 at the end.
Yeah,
to beat
Wachusett was up,
Wachusett.
they were up 31-14
Yeah,
after 3.
yeah.
17,
Yeah,
yeah.
gave them 24 straight points.
Yeah.
And I think they've improved Wachusett throughout the year, so.
And you know, with Wachusett, you kind of always know what they're gonna bring. They're gonna smack you in the face, we say it all the time. They're gonna smack you in the face, they're gonna run it down your throat, and they're gonna say, stop me, and if you don't,
They always have big kids. I don't know where they get them, but they always have two.
Rutland,
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
right? Paxton, I don't know.
Yeah.
We gotta do something about the cafeteria at Super.
Oh, you,
Oh, yeah.
Some protein bars, some
Yeah,
steak.
protein bars,
Yeah, really.
yeah, have Sean Luizo come in with some stuff.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go, boys.
Well, I think we got some good size too this year, so hopefully
Yeah, we do.
we'll be able to
How,
neutralize.
are we relatively healthy?
Yeah, I mean, we're a little banged up,
Everybody
like
is,
any team
yeah.
is week
Yeah,
8,
right.
so we're fighting through some things, but, you know, most of those kids will be suiting up on Friday and fighting through it. You know,
It's a playoff game.
it's playoff.
That's
And
what you,
Wa-
that's what you play for.
Walter, our trainer, Walter Hildebrand, does a
Yeah,
great
Walter,
job with the
he's great.
kids, yeah, getting them ready to go. He goes in on weekends to help them out, get some treatment and stuff, so he goes above and beyond.
Oh, he
So-
does, he goes in on weekends?
Yeah,
too?
he does, he's great. So we're lucky to have him. He gets the kids back on the field.
Yeah. How about, we always ask, we forgot so far tonight, how about the A and Bs?
So the Neshoba only has one sub-varsity team.
Okay.
So our JV one didn't play, our upper JV. Our JV two lost 9-7 on a last-second field goal.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, they
There
had
we go,
7-6,
field goal.
lost 9-7, so they're 7-1 now.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, the JV two.
Yeah.
Still.
Still good. Impressive.
Yeah, overall, again, I
And
mean,
the A's
we've-
have 2 losses?
they have
one.
two, do they have, they have one. A tied St. John's, lost
Still,
two, yeah.
you know, that's
Yeah, so
all
we
good.
have 4 losses across the 3 teams, so, yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, we're doing well. We're gonna keep it up on Friday.
Yes, we do. We will.
how's
We'll show
practice
up.
going well so far?
Yeah, we did yesterday we watched some film, had a team meeting and lifted. And then today we were on the field. And, yeah, it was good practice. The kids are excited. I mean, I think there's some sense, a little bit of sense of relief that the playoffs are here. You know, this is what we all want.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I think they're really excited.
yeah, it's all good. How, I don't even know who's playing in other divisions, nothing. I have no
Marlboro and
clue.
the show, I know, I think 1-2, right?
1-4.
Oh,
Marlboro's
1-4, they're playing
yeah.
each other?
So
So
the
Neshoba-
show was going to Marlboro?
And the,
No, vice versa.
Marlboro and Neshoba's the 1 seed in
Oh,
Division 4.
well, that'll probably be a good game.
Yeah, I mean, Neshoba beat them 16-13 this year.
Oh, wow.
So they always have battles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, those two teams they do compete. I mean, Marlboro beat St. John's and Neshoba beat us.
Right.
So,
Yeah, yeah.
but week to week they can
And
be with us.
Who are the other two in there?
Tantasco, Grafton. Grafton's the
right.
2 seed,
Yeah.
and
Tantasco.
Tantasco's the 3
That's a
seed.
strong division, too.
Yeah.
Certainly the upper half is really strong.
Yeah.
You know,
Really?
That'd be good games.
yeah, and it's not obviously as deep, say, as Division 3, but the top of that division always competes really well.
Always.
Yeah, right.
And they're always close to us.
Definitely.
They really are.
Yeah, I mean, every time we play Marlboro, it's a battle.
Yeah.
Neshoba's
Oh, yeah.
on, Neshoba's a
Neshoba's
battle.
always a
Yeah,
battle.
so, and they consistently, those 2 teams play teams in Division 3.
Right. They play up.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, I hear the music. We're gonna bring 3 more seniors on when we come back, and we'll be right back. Yes and no answer.
Now we're back.
Yeah, sure. You're killing me, Kevin. You're killing me. Welcome back. Joining us here for the second half, the final 3 seniors.
Final 3 seniors. of our 28.
Of the 28, Johnny LeBlanc, he's a D-back and running back. Eric Pickney, defensive lineman, number 78. And over here, number 9, Royal Styles, wide receiver and defensive end. Welcome, gentlemen. Tough week this week. You know, you never want to lose the game going into the playoffs, but sometimes it happens. How good were they?
I mean, I feel like every team's kind of a challenge. I think we didn't really play to our full ability that we could have, and it just didn't kind of turn out for us in the end.
Did you see that right there? He's going to be the new guy in this seat and in this seat.
Right.
He just said that, you know, rather than saying we stunk.
Yeah.
He made it
Made it
sound
better.
Yeah.
Better than we stunk.
How's the pay?
Yeah.
How's the pay?
Oh, the pay,
No, pay's
tremendous.
terrible. Tremendous pay.
No, but who needs college?
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm serious. That was really good.
Thank you,
That was
thank
really
you.
good.
But basically, I feel like they were a good team, and we were a good team, and I think if we played to our full ability, we could have came out with it, and that's just not how it happened. So
God, he sounds like you.
Yeah, right.
If he had a short haircut, I'd think he was your son.
So you could have that seat and come coach.
Do both. You could go back and forth, interview yourself. There you go.
John, you play defensive back and running back.
Yep.
Yeah. Do you get much time?
Not really, no.
No.
But I do.
What makes you show up every day?
Just love for the game,
I love
especially
the
for the
game.
team too.
I say it all the time. Guys like you, they wouldn't be as good if it wasn't for you. And I give you props all the time. It's not easy playing football. You play, how many were 6 and 2, right? You play 8 games, 1 game a week. The rest of it's practice, and it's tough.
It's tough.
Same with you, right, Royal? Now, was this your first year coming out?
Yeah, first year started playing football.
Why? What made you want to come?
I used to play football in England. I played like freshman year.
Oh, you're imported from England?
Yeah.
Okay. Soccer?
I did.
Rugby?
Yeah.
Okay.
Played rugby. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I did. But my mom told me to stop. Like caution.
Yeah, that's a tough sport.
Yeah,
That-
it is tough. I mean, they have no equipment.
No,
I mean,
no,
Yeah.
it's like
it's tough.
football with no equipment.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So you moved here,
Yeah.
when? Like, how old were you?
I think I was like 12 or something.
Oh, okay. And then you just said, it's time to get back into it.
Yep.
Coach, talk about the three.
Well, I'll start with Royal. I mean, he, coming playing for us for 1 year. We said this about Enrique last year, and I can see it in him. He's getting comfortable as the year comes to a close. You can just see the
Get
development.
better and better,
Yeah,
yeah.
better and better and better. And we
Well,
always said,
he's, when did you stop playing football?
Fourth grade.
4th grade?
yeah, probably when I was
I
like
mean,
6
so-
around. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's 10 years behind you guys.
Exactly.
yeah,
And
it's a game that we've discussed this. It's a game you need to get a feel for. Definitely need a feel for. You're never playing. You're playing a football game rarely.
Right, that's true.
Basketball you can play
Yeah,
pickup.
play anywhere.
Right,
Right.
right.
It's
Go
a
down
simulated
Dean
game,
Park.
yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Royal's been great. He's stuck with it this year, and to see his development, it's unfortunate because the seniors can't play JV.
Right.
So it would have been great to have him get some more playing time for him to potentially get up to crack the depth chart with the varsity. But he's been low maintenance this year in terms of he works his butt off every day. He jumps up on the look team, and like I said, he's improved so much. We're really proud of him. Johnny LeBlanc. Johnny's weight room attendance, I can't remember off the top of my head. Was it perfect? It was pretty close. Okay, it was perfect attendance this summer. So enough said about him. He's one of the quieter guys on the team. Yeah, I gotta try to make conversation with John, but he's a great kid and works really hard. Just like Royal, and Pitney is future politician over here.
Yeah, well, we got
Oh,
that
we
right
got
away.
that
Yeah,
right
yeah,
away.
yeah.
Like I said, really, he could have just said, we stunk.
Yeah.
And instead, he went for 10 minutes and,
Penny's a dependable kid that, you know, we've thrown him in at times over the last couple of years. He's a center, which that's not an easy job, especially with us going from gun to under center all the time. And, you know, he's one of the kids, he hasn't played a ton. He's got on the field, but he's, again, consistent with his approach and dependable. You know, whenever we put him in there, we know he knows what he knows what he's doing, and he's gonna do it to the best of his ability. So, as I say every week, we have just 3 more examples of the quality of this class. Kids that, you know, we have 6 program values. We try to stress to the kids, and these guys follow them really well.
that's awesome.
That's great.
What makes you come to practice every day? What, is it in here? Is it, you said it was the love of the sport, obviously, otherwise you wouldn't be playing.
I think
Is
the
it,
girls, like the.
maybe, they
It's
like
the
the jerseys,
conditioning.
maybe, that could be it.
It's conditioning, and we run
Hey,
beasts.
people give
We
them
run,
crap
we run
beats.
across the
Yeah,
field
running.
4 times. You love those things.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I think that's,
Love them.
yes. I mean, we can run some more tomorrow.
That's
if you
great.
want.
Let's do it, yeah.
Let's do it.
Write that down for it. Put that on the practice
Put it in your
plan.
notes, yeah.
Is it the camaraderie?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Is it being with your classmates?
yeah, really.
See, I love that, I miss that.
Yeah,
I'm sure you do too, because you played
Yeah.
wide receiver,
Yeah.
right? No pads, I know, you're
Yeah,
all
we had
there,
little tiny, yeah,
but
leather helmets,
But-
no face guards.
that's what brings you, right? It's being with the guys.
yeah.
And I think, you know, if you forget that football's 95% of what is 95% of football's preparation, maybe more if you count weight room.
Yeah, right.
So, you know, guys that, the analogy for me is that it's, you know, it's like a play. You have people that are the main characters, but you got behind the scenes people, you got people that are
That
doing
guy
the
that
lighting.
stands over there,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
You got, everybody's got a job,
Costume
and
guy,
when
yeah.
you're in a practice and you're preparing, you need everybody.
You do.
I mean,
Yeah, you can't practice with 11 guys.
No, and the
Yeah.
quality of the, you know, when you simulate the other team, the quality of the look that we get in during the week is really important. If our kids are getting, our first group's getting challenged a lot by good players, then that's a real positive.
The other thing that, and now that we're old, the other thing that football teaches you is teamwork, taking responsibility.
Right.
So, you know, you line up on the defensive line, and I know when I played, it was like, well, if I don't do my job, this guy's gonna get killed. You know, somebody's
Yeah.
gonna blow his head off, so I gotta do my job. It teaches you all those values that you use later
Every
in
day,
life.
every day, yeah.
Every single
Well,
day.
then I'm ultimately, you know, I was talking to one of the kids today about this, you know, as a coach, and I guess it goes for anything, but you remember when the kids come back in 5-10 years, you don't remember necessarily, maybe you remember some kids, some plays they made, but you remember how they handled themselves and what, you know, how they represented themselves. So-
It's their character.
Exactly. So, and these guys, all 3 of them are great.
And that's what I love about football too, because I've said it a million times, it's the ultimate team sport. All it takes is one guy to go the wrong way.
And you get 75 kids, I mean, you know, you have 22 spots on offense and defense, so a healthy majority of our kids are not starters.
Right.
You know, they're playing roles.
Right.
53 kids are playing all kinds of different roles that are really important. You know, there's the prominent roles and the important roles, all of them are important, so, there's a lot of behind-the-scenes work done, during the week, for sure.
It's work, and it's work, it's not easy. What's Doherty bring? What do you think? You guys have seen him, right, on Huddle and
Yeah, Phil.
Scrimmage,
Yeah.
scrimmage.
scrimmaged him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We watch him.
I'd say, you know, they're a big team and they have skilled players. I think mainly we just need to kind of like match with their size and match with their skills and really be more of a like team and work more together to kind of stop them and kind of match with them, you know.
Are we gonna be facing the best running back and the best quarterback we've seen all year? Johnny, what do you think? Not taking anything away from Johnny White and Drew, but you know what I mean,
Yeah, I think so.
yeah.
I think they're both athletic, but it seems like every week they go out and do their job.
How about defensively? They got some big boys over there.
Yeah, just trying to play a clean game, like make everything look.
Coach, it's not going to be easy.
Oh, playoffs.
No.
Playoffs.
No.
Playoffs.
No, it never is.
No.
No.
Yeah, no, it's exciting. Like I said, I mean, it's a great challenge. I think for us, we're stressing this week, we got to play to our ability,
Yeah,
which
right.
is easy to say, but, playing to your ability takes a great deal of effort.
Yeah.
Preparation this week, watching film, knowing assignments, being disciplined, knowing snap counts, knowing assignments, taking care of the
Do-
football.
Your job.
Do your job to the best of your ability. In playoff time, whoever you're playing, that's what it comes down to. You have to play, you have to be the more
You
determined.
You got to win the turnover battle, and you got to play clean.
Absolutely,
Right.
right.
And if
And be the more determined team. I think we have to keep our poise. It's always, playoff games are so heated, so
Yeah.
we're gonna have to keep our heads and just focus on each play one at a time.
Do any of you play special teams?
Not really.
Not really. No.
I do.
You do.
Yeah.
Well, it's in the 20 years I've been doing it. It's pretty close to being the best special teams I've ever seen.
Yeah, oh, yeah, yeah.
It really is.
It really is.
And
This year's
there's
been
some-
absolutely great.
There have been great individuals in the past on special teams. Punt returner man was
Yeah.
absolutely unbelievable.
Johnny,
Yeah.
we had one quick caller tonight.
Uh-oh.
Caller wanted to know what went on during the broadcast the other night with the gentleman from the showboat.
No comment.
No comment.
Yeah, I know.
No, we don't
We're
wanna talk
better
about
off
that.
bringing it up, not bringing it. Let's just say he didn't like.
Was overzealous.
Yeah, our overzealousness. We'll just say that.
Yeah.
It was
Your passion.
different. Yeah.
Anyway, I have a question. Do you guys play other sports at all?
Not for the school, no.
No.
Outside of school, I ski,
Yeah.
and that's mainly it. So, yeah.
Johnny?
I play lacrosse.
Oh, do you?
Oh, okay.
Nice.
I do track. I'm trying to travel for basketball. Shoot,
Oh, nice. How tall are you, Roy?
6'3".
6'3"? Well, you have a hard time with Johnny West. You can't cover him.
Was Johnny 6'7"?
6'8" or 9.
6'8",
Yeah,
okay.
he's-
Yeah, we mentioned a couple of weeks ago that we were looking for Johnny to don the old
Yeah, the
colonial.
Colonial, the mascot. We haven't
I
seen
thought
the
you were gonna say
Colonial.
put him at X receiver, because
Well, we could
we'd
do
run the
that.
X
That'd be
ISO,
good.
we'd run the X ISO fade maybe a little
All
more.
day, just throw it
We
up
had
there,
6'7",
Drew.
yeah.
Slap it up, yeah.
Yeah, really? Throw it up there, yeah. Jump ball.
Really? We got about a minute left, and I know it's early, and the process is just starting, but how about school next year? What are you thinking, John? first?
I'm looking more in the region of North and South Carolina,
Okay.
Oh, nice.
like the University of South Carolina.
Where do you want to be? What do you want to do? Do you know?
No.
Nah, it's too hard for
Have you
17,
visited
18
the schools
years old.
down there at
No.
all? Not yet.
Yeah, the weather's great.
Yeah.
Eric, how about you?
I'm looking at a lot of big schools. So, Penn State, Ohio State. My brother does go to University of South Carolina, so I'm looking there too. Yeah, I like the bigger schools, and they're really fun, you know.
That's great. Royal.
WPI is in the top one. Thinking within computer science.
Do you want to be an engineer? Yeah, that's great.
Computer science.
Yeah, that's great. All right, I hear the music. Going to be a tough battle this week.
We're gonna be ready.
Terry, I'm sure, is scribbling in the sand, making up new plays and everything else. We'll see you at the game Friday night, right now anyways, weather permitting. And hopefully we can come out and maybe get another shot at somebody else across the town. We'll see you next week.